All right, let's get into it. Did you know a serial killer thriller set in 1980s LA can also be like a semi-autobiographical confession? Bestie, meet the Shards. It's giving sun, secrets, and seriously bad vibes. Hi, I'm Emma. I'm feeling so LA today with this vintage mystery energy. Think Mulholland at golden hour, top down, and you swear someone's following you in the mirror. Chill city, babe. So, let's talk. The Shards is a teen thriller series created by Ryan Murphy and Bret Easton Ellis. It's based on Ellis's semi-autobiographical novel, meaning it mixes real pieces of his life with fiction. We're in 1981, Los Angeles. Elite prep school pressure, yes, but also a serial killer known as the Trawler creeping around the edges. The central character is a 17-year-old version of Bret himself at Buckley Prep. It debuted on FX, with next day streaming on FX on Hulu in late summer 2026. Glossy, stylish, and dark under the neon, I'm obsessed. Quick story time. Picture a fancy gala at my own LA prep back in the day. Valet line looping down the street, ballroom lighting doing too much. Someone whispers there's a stalker, like a real one, hiding by the hedges. My friend goes, "Oh my God, don't go to the bathrooms alone." Another friend clutches her clutch like it's a bodyguard. The rumors ping around faster than the DJ can switch from Michael to Madonna. Exes accusing rivals. You know how teens get. The vibe flips from champagne sparkle to full body shiver. Then security drags out the quote-unquote stalker. It's a prank. Some senior in a rubber mask and a tragic wig. Everyone breathes. But the damage was done. People saw what they wanted, and fear turned into fiction in like 30 seconds flat. That is literally the engine of the Shards. 1981 LA, a 17-year-old Bret at Buckley, and rumors about a killer called the Trawler twisting friendships into knots. Okay, let's unwrap this. Eli 5 version. Semi-autobiographical means the author uses real memories and feelings, but builds a thriller plot on top. So you get the personal texture of adolescence and then, boom, a serial killer framework. The setting is early Reagan-era Los Angeles, sun-drenched exteriors, interiors full of money and mirrors, and the city's anxiety humming in the background. If you need a pop culture compass, imagine Gossip Girl. Rich teens under the microscope of rumor, colliding with Mindhunter, a procedural about serial killers. Drop it on Ventura Boulevard with the smeary glow of 1981. That blend of privilege plus menace is the show's secret sauce. Now the power players. Ryan Murphy, famous for stylized, high-gloss TV dramas, teams with Bret Easton Ellis, the novelist, and you get a collaboration that leans hard into moody spectacle. But the path here was messy. Back in 2023, the adaptation was developing at HBO, with different directors attached. Luca Guadagnino, known for sensual visuals, and later Christopher Borgli, with a sharp sensibility. Creative differences happened. By 2025, the HBO version was done. Enter FX. Murphy set it up there. Max Winkler directed the FX take, and suddenly the thing had traction. Filming ran from late 2025 to March 2026. Very LA pacing, like, we have a summer slot to hit. And they did. It premiered in 2026 on FX and FX on Hulu, which is basically cable airing plus next day streaming under the FX banner. Cast check, because faces matter. Igby Rigney anchors as teenage Bret. Kaya Gerber is Susan Reynolds, lighting up the friend group dynamics. Homer Gear plays Robert Mallory, the mysterious new student everyone side-eyes. Hayes Warner is Debbie, right in the social blast zone. Graham Campbell is Tom, Evan Rachel Wood is Liz, and Wes Bentley is Terry. They all feed that tense prep school ecosystem, with Jordan Roth, Owen Painter, Daniel Dale, and Gus Halper rounding out the school and nightlife world. More rumor mill, more shadows. Music matters too, babe. Troye Sivan teams with Leland and producer Oscar Goris, and they're joined by Hayes Warner, the actor, making original music. That cross-pollination is a power move. It laces a glossy pop pulse into an early 80s vibe, so the trailers and needle drops feel current without breaking the period spell. It's very LA. The soundtrack is part of the marketing, part of the mood, part of the gossip. Let's talk reception, because the tea is lukewarm, but spicy. Critics were split. Rotten Tomatoes lives in the low 50s, with an average around 6.5 out of 10. The consensus basically says great style, mid-substance. Metacritic sits in the high 50s, so mixed there too. Translation, bestie? The show looks hot, the mood is chef's kiss, but some people wanted tighter plotting or a bigger emotional wallop. Personally, I think the ambiguity is the point. It's about memory and paranoia, and sometimes meaning feels slippery because the characters are slippery. That's not a bug, it's the design. Oh, and speaking of slippery details, the name thing. Debbie's last name appears with two spellings in different places, Schaefer with a C and Schaefer with just the H. That inconsistency shows up in pre-release materials, super normal in TV land when assets fly around before the final credits lock. I am, high-key, a canon girly, so I lean Schaefer until the on-screen FX credits tell me otherwise. Does a letter matter? Yes, because details signal respect for the world you're building. It's not just trivia, it's trust with the audience. Bigger picture. Here's why the Shards stays sticky in the culture. You've got a writer adapting his own semi-autobiographical novel into a thriller where he's the lead character, played by an actor. That's a meta mirror, babe. It makes you question every memory. Then layer the 1981 setting, where there's no social media, so rumors fly face to face. That's delicious suspense fuel. Finally, the serial killer plotline crashes into an elite school bubble. Class, image, and vulnerability colliding under the LA sun. FX is already entertaining at least 3 seasons if the audience shows up, which means they're thinking beyond a straight page-to-screen port. They want a long arc ecosystem of secrets, not just a mini-series souvenir. My hot take, the HBO to FX migration actually helped. The final version is unapologetically glossy. The rapid production turn from late 2025 to 2026 screams discipline. The vibe is intentional. And the most surprising flex to me, Hayes Warner acting and doing music alongside Troy and Leland. That's a modern prestige TV move. Talent isn't in a single lane anymore. If I were Murphy, I'd feel the pressure, sure. Adapting a thorny book about a teenage you is no casual Tuesday. But the social stakes here are timeless. Who do you trust when fear is fashionable? What do whispers do to friendships? How much of what you remember is a story you told yourself to survive? It's giving main character energy with receipts. Okay, pause. Before we go, next we've got a little treat. I'm eyeing a new series that raids the closet of iconic 90s teen dramas and tries it on for size. Think lip liner, payphones, and a side of scandal. We'll spill soon. So, that's the tea, folks. We covered a lot. Hit me with your takes while you cruise the 405 or sip your matcha on the west side. Later!